Hello and welcome to TGC. A new program for LGBTQ youth has recently begun at Arts West. The program, which is called Prism, takes place on Wednesdays after school. To find out more about Prism, I recently went to Arts West and talked with two of the program's volunteers, Tessa Evanoski and Lauren Marzin.
So it's a collaboration between the OU LGBTQ Center, Appalachian Peace and Justice Network, Appalachian Hell Buddies, or Southeast Ohio Roller Derby, and Athens Rock Camp for Girls. And it's an after-school program for ages 12 to 18, and it's for queer youth and their allies, which means anyone can come, but it's specifically geared towards queer youth and those who are good allies to them. So we encourage things like proper pronoun usage and gay history and stuff like that. We have a full music room downstairs where we do free music lessons. So we've got guitar, bass, drums, vocals, and lots of just random stuff they can play with. And then up here in the performance space, we have 4 different stations set up. So there's one for reading, and that's where we get a lot of the LGBTQ history. And then there's like some comic books and stuff on that table. There's another table that's just for hanging out and playing games. And we have some like role play kind of games, and then just some regular old board games. And then we have a crafting table, and then we'll have an activity table set up as well. So today's activity, we're going to do t-shirt bags. So that'll be like a featured activity, so the kids can choose to do that, or they can go downstairs and do music lessons or just hang out. And then we always have, in the colder months, we'll have hot chocolate and just different kinds of snacks around all the time. So it's mostly just their space to hang out in, and then we're around to facilitate whatever it is they might want to do.
The program was started when Evanoski realized there was a need in the area.
So I guess if we were going to say original idea, it was my idea because I'm the one who originally made the phone calls. But from the beginning, it's been a real group effort. And it's not necessarily, the LGBTQ Center is very involved in this program, but it's not an OU program. So that's kind of important. We are officially sponsored by Appalachian Peace and Justice Network. And that's who we'll use for grant writing and that sort of thing in the future. Now, if OU wants to jump on, that would be really great, and we would welcome that. But currently, the LGBTQ Center is just helping basically out of the goodness of their hearts, because Delphine's awesome.
Tessa contacted Delphine and myself, my wife works at Arts West, Joe, and about the need. And we all agreed that, yeah, this would be a good thing to do, and we got together and decided that we should create a program. Like, none of us have really done too much of this. I know Tessa has before. Joe's worked with kids. I'm a college professor, so I've worked with 19-year-olds a lot. I used to work at a camp a relatively long time ago. Delphine is a social worker, has been in the past. So we sort of pooled our resources and ideas, and we're like, let's just put something together so that we can have a space that's safe and welcoming and inclusive for students who identify as LGBTQ, so that they can be themselves in ways that lots of other kids get to be on a regular basis.
Evanoski explained why Arts West was chosen for the location of the Prism program.
So for the last 2 years, I have been helping facilitate the Athens Rock Camp for Girls after-school program out of this space. And Arts West is really generous in being an arts center. They have actually donated the space to Prism, and they also donated the space to Rock Camp for Girls. It's also a really ideal space because it is set up already. We have a band practice room downstairs. We have an instrument lending library that we're building. So those 2 rooms are available for the after-school program, and then this is a really great room for, just hanging out in. It has a really good sound system, so we have a good playlist that we'll be playing when they come in. Yeah, it's a great space. We also have gender-neutral bathrooms in the green room, which is really important for this program. I think that a lot of us had I had a pretty hard time in high school, so I remember what it's like to not really have anywhere to go, especially in more rural areas. And I don't know everyone's history that's in our group, but I would guess that people have had those similar experiences at some point in their life, and when you see these high schoolers who are going through that, it's kind of hard to not be like, well, it's only a couple hours a week. And it has been, the workload's been really amazing with this project. I would also say that. It's like, Laura Marzin is the person who is like, she's super organized. Jolina's been making all the flyers. We all email constantly, but I don't feel like there's like one person who has this like program on their shoulders. So I think that's what makes it kind of unique and cool.
As of right now, the program is totally community supported.
I think it's a really important, basically, for people to know that this is all, I mean, we're all volunteering our time. It's totally community run and supported. And all the organizers are unpaid adults, basically, which I think is really important, especially in this day and age, because you know it's important when there's a bunch of grown-ups who are like, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it for free.
According to Lauren Marzan, there are 5 main people in charge of the program.
Well, right now it's 5 main people: myself, Tessa, Delphine, Joe, Lacey Rogers, and Leanne. Sorry, I'm like, I can't remember Leanne's last name right now. She works at the LGBT Center with Delphine. And we've had a lot of interest, actually, from students and faculty and other local people who do identify as LGBTQ for the most part, wanting to come and help. And we're trying to figure out how to incorporate that right now. Because right now, like 5 people running a program that, 8 to 15 people are coming to, like that's more than enough volunteers. So we're starting to redirect volunteers towards leading activities. So people who are like, I want to come and volunteer, we're like, great, can you lead like some sort of artistic activity? And then you could come one week and we could do that. And then the sort of informal mentorship can continue in that way too. Which is another thing that I know that Delphine and I at least are sort of starting to think about too, just based off of the interest of college students that we know personally, talking about how they never had access to something like this. And I think it would benefit potentially high school students and college students to set up a mentorship program in the future as well, although that's definitely in dream region at this point.
We're still just in the beginning phase. I mean, we're just totally thrilled to be doing it, and we've gotten a lot of good community support. So I think in the near future, we're talking about what we're going to do when school's out. But that's as far as we've really gotten so far, and we don't know what the answer to that is yet.
Evanovsky says that the community can best help the program by donating gift cards.
All right, so if people want to donate to Prism, the best way to do that right now is to give us a gift card to Joann's Fabrics, Amazon, Kroger's, Walmart, anywhere that has either healthy, good snacks or art supplies, and that's what those donations will be used for. You can drop off gift cards at Arts West during business hours.
If you want to volunteer with the program, it is best if you have a group activity in mind that you can lead.
Right now, you could Facebook message on our page. We're not actually accepting adult volunteers at this time because we have a ton, which is so cool. But we will be in the future. We're looking for people who want to lead activities. So if you have an idea for an activity you want to lead, that's when to message us, and somebody will get a hold of you. There's a real shortage in Athens of something for high schoolers to do after school because of the college. College students sort of take over the town area. So I feel like, especially for kids who are already having a hard time socially, it's really important to have a safe, inviting space to welcome them to. And I wish we could do it more than once a week, honestly, but someday maybe we will.
If you're a youth who isn't sure about this program, here's what Lauren Marzin has to say to you.
If you think this is a space for you, then it's a space for you. Come, it's a safe space. Everyone is very respectful of each other. The students are. We're not like snapping pictures and putting it on Facebook or anything. We are very careful of and being aware of that all the students coming may or may not be fully out to parents, school, friends, whatever, and we are very mindful of that, and we'll be very careful of that if that is one of your concerns. But if you want to come and check it out because it's something you don't know as much about, something you're questioning your own identity about, or are just supportive of it as another way of being in the world and want to come hang out and do some art projects, then come.
I'm Zach Shrivers reporting for the Government Channel.